What's up, guys? If you've got a driver's license, you can have a legal, insured box truck business booking loads in 30 to 45 days or less. I know because I did it. And in this video, I'm gonna walk you through every single step, every real cost, and the one mistake that kills 7 out of 10 authorities in their first 90 days. No fluff, no guru talk, no $5,000 courses. Let's get into it. Before I get into the steps, I run a box truck business out of Charlotte for the last 5 years. I book loads on DAT, on Amazon Relay, a few other load boards, and some direct shippers. So everything I'm about to tell you isn't theory. It's what's actually working right now in 2026. So here's the deal. Most videos about starting a box truck business either skip the real costs, oversell how easy it is, or typically 30 minutes of fluff. This video is built different. I broke it into 5 steps. Each step has the real dollar amount it costs. By the end, you'll know exactly what to do tomorrow morning to get this thing rolling. If you're serious, comment your state down below right now so I know you're here. Let's get it. All right, step 1, you gotta get your LLC and your EIN number. This is your business's legal identity. Without this, you can't open a business bank account, you can't file for your trucking authority, and you can't get business insurance. Nothing else moves until this is done. Typically, there's 2 ways that you can do this. Option 1, file it through your state Secretary of State website. Costs you the state filing fee, which is anywhere from $50 to $200 depending on your state. North Carolina is about $125, Georgia is about $100, California $70 plus $800 annual franchise tax. Yeah, look that up before you pick where to register your truck at. Option 2, you can go online, you can Google search several companies that will help you file your LLC paperwork, right? They'll also get you a registered agent. And a lot of times you don't have to figure out the forms. I personally did it myself, so I suggest doing it yourself if you can. Once your LLC is approved, usually 1 to 5 business days. If you pay for expedited, you go to irs.gov and apply for EIN. EIN is free. Don't ever pay for an EIN. Takes about 10 minutes online and you get your number the same day. Quick pro tip, if you have a business partner, list whichever of you has the better credit as the primary owner. This matters for insurance and financing later. I'll explain why in step 4. Quick shout out to Log Rock Insurance Group for sponsoring today's video. Listen, if your insurance decision started with what's the cheapest y'all got, you might be building your business backwards. So one bad decision out here can turn a good week into a long, long year. So protect the business the right way. Hit the link below and get a free quote from Log Rock. They specialize in commercial trucking and understand what coverages you'll need to protect that empire that you're building. Hit the link in the description or pinned in my comment section. Let's get back to business. All right, step 2. You want to open up a business bank account. Don't skip this. Don't run your trucking business through your personal account. That's how the IRS pierces your LLC protection and how your bookkeeping becomes a nightmare on April 15th. There's several options out there for opening up a business bank account. You definitely can go through, Chase banks, the US banks, several different banks. If you have a credit union, I advise you starting there as well. Bank of America also has one too. What do you need to open it? Your LLC formation document, your EIN letter from the IRS, your driver's license, a small opening deposit, usually $25 to $100, takes 30 minutes, move on after that. Step 3, the truck itself. This is where most people get this wrong. They buy too soon, buy too big, or buy too cheap. Here are your 4 options. Rank from lowest risk to highest risk. Now, option 1, I'm not a big fan of renting, but yes, you can rent vehicles. Anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000 a month. Prices may vary depending on where you're renting from. Can be anywhere from $1,200 a week to $1,200 to $2,000 a month for a 26-footer. With that, you can start tomorrow. They tell you the maintenance is covered, but you're still paying for it. But the downside, you're paying premium per month and you'll never build any type of equity renting a vehicle. But for testing the business in your first 90 days, renting may be the playbook for you. I'll say it again, renting first may be the playbook for you. Option 2, lease to own. Avoid most of these. The math almost never works in your favor. There are a few legitimate programs, but most are predatory. If a company is heavily marketing a lease to own to brand new authorities, that's typically a red flag. Option 3, finance. 20% down on a used 26-footer with under 200,000 miles. You're looking at $35,000 to $55,000 for a solid used Freightliner M2, Hino, 268 or International. That monthly payment can run anywhere from $800 to $1,200 a month. You need at least a 600 plus credit and 2 years business history for the best rates. which most new authorities don't have, so expect higher rates. Now, option 4, cash. If you got it, this is the move. No payment, no interest, but don't drain your reserves to buy the truck. You need at least $5,000 to $10,000 in working capital sitting in that business account for fuel, repairs, and slow weeks. What truck to buy when you're ready? 26-foot box truck, dock high, at least 96 inches at the door. This matters. Brokers require it. Roll-up doors are fine. Swing doors are better. Liftgate is optional, but opens up driver assist loads that pay $150 to $300 or more. I personally would not buy a box truck without a liftgate. If I did, I would be purchasing one to get put on there. Now, we're looking for a Cummins engine, if you can find one, with the Allison transmission. Don't buy a 24-footer to save money. You'll lose more and turn down loads than you saved on the truck, right? Step 4, this is the big one, your trucking authority. This is what makes you a legal interstate carrier. What you want to do here is, you want to go over to fmcsa.gov, click registration, apply for a new DOT number. The portal will walk you through both your DOT number and your MC number at the same time. The MC is what lets you cross state lines. If you're only running inside one state, you only need the DOT, but 95% of you watching are gonna want the MC too. Here's what you need ready before you start that application: your EIN, your business address, a company officer name and title, around $300 for the filing fee, a general idea of insurance limits. The application takes about 45 minutes if you have everything ready. Once you submit it, your DOT number is issued the same day. Your MC number goes through a 21 to 25 day protest period before it activates. Yes, 21 to 25 days. Build that into your timeline. During those 21 to 25 days, you need 3 things filed: commercial auto liability insurance, minimum $750,000 to activate it. But every real freight broker, Amazon Relay, C.H. Robinson, Coyote, all of them typically requires $1 million. Just get the $1 million from day one. Saves you a refile later, okay? Cargo insurance, you're gonna need about $100,000 minimum. Some brokers want more. You got your BOC3 filing. This is a process agent filing in every state. Cost about 20 to 50 bucks. One time through services like DOT.gov approved agents or BOC3 filing agents. Don't overthink this. General liability is technically optional, but Amazon Relay requires it, and so do a growing number of brokers. 1 million general liability with 2 million in the aggregate runs you under $1,000 a year. Just get it. Insurance down payment is where new authorities get blindsided. Real numbers in 2026. Most new authority box truck operators are paying $1,200 to $2,500 down to bind the policy. Plan for it. Don't be the guy who gets his LLC, got his truck, started his application, and then found out I can't afford the insurance. Step 5, where the money actually starts coming in. But first, the gear that keeps you legal. Here's some required equipment. If you're gonna be going OTR, if you're gonna be going over 150 miles round trip, ELD, electronic logging device. This tracks your hours of service. You can get equipment like this from, Motive, or check some other companies that are in compliance with FMCSA. Typically gonna run you about 40 plus bucks a month on a subscription. The hardware, sometimes they give it to you free with the sign up. You're gonna need a DOT medical card, typically $100 or somewhere in that ballpark. It lasts 2 years. Find a certified medical examiner near you. You will have to pee in a cup. Eye exam, blood pressure, basic mobility. You're gonna need that DOT safety kit, fire extinguisher, 3 reflective triangles, first aid kit, spare fuses, about 50 bucks on Amazon. Gonna need that pallet jack, $300 to $500, mandatory. You'll move freight with it every single day on most loads. Load straps with E-track hooks. Box trucks have E-track rails on their walls. Don't buy ratchet straps without the E-track wired hook ends, or they won't work. You can pick up a few moving blankets, at least 5. Brokers expect the moving blankets for white glove or LTL freight, right? So once you've got the gear, here's how you book your first load. Sign up for DAT1. It's the load board with the most box truck volume. Use a 30-day trial. Filter for 26-foot straight trucks, your pickup zone, and a destination you want to be in. Call the broker. Don't email first. Call. Here's the script, word for word. Hi, this is John. My MC number is 256789. I'm calling about the load reference number so-and-so, so-and-so. I've got a 26-foot box truck, dock high, 96-inch clearance with the lift gate. What's the best rate that you have on this load? That's it. Don't over explain. Don't apologize for being new. The broker is going to run your MC number while you're on the phone. If it's under 90 days old, some brokers will pass. That's normal. Call the next one. Next, you want to go ahead and set up your factoring with OTR Solutions. Factoring pays you 96 to 97% of the load value the next day instead of waiting 60 to 90 days for the broker to pay. The 3 to 4% you give up is the cost of staying in business while you're new. Now, here's the mistake I promised you in the cold open. The one that kills 7 out of 10 new authorities: taking cheap freight. Brand new authorities get desperate, right? They see a load posted at $1.20 a mile and they grab it because they need money. Here's why that kills you. Your cost per mile to operate a 26-foot box truck: fuel, insurance, maintenance, depreciation, factoring fee, your phone, your time, is somewhere between $1.40 and $1.80 a mile in 2026. So every cheap load you take, you're paying the broker to use your truck. I'm gonna say that again. Every cheap load you take, you're paying the broker to use your truck. You can't out hustle bad math. You can't run more cheap loads to make it work. The truck gets more worn down. You get more tired, your insurance renewal comes in higher, and now you're broke. 2 rules from day one: calculate your true cost per mile before you take any load. I'll put a free calculator in the description. Set a floor. Mine is roughly about $1.40 to $1.50 a mile loaded. If a broker offers under that, I say I appreciate it. My floor on this lane is X. If something opens up at that rate, call me back. That's it. The operators who survive year one are the ones who say no. The ones who failed are the ones who say yes to everything. If you got value from this video, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe, and drop a comment. What state are you starting in? And what's the biggest question you still have? I read every comment and I'll answer back personally. Got specific questions on your situation? Link in the description to book a strategy session. Stay safe out there. I'll see you in the next one. Always hustle, never stop growing. Let's go, let's get it, let's eat.